perhaps this is the exact breakthrough that is coming in for you. Shifting your focus back to rest. I know some of you might be so annoyed with that, feeling like all you do is rest and all everyone tells you to do is rest. But isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you want to live in? Isn't that the reality that you want to step into? And it's not just about, when I say rest, I'm not saying like you lose that hunger, that drive, that discipline. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I think there does have to be a beautiful balance of both energies. And I think sometimes you tend to swing a little bit too far on the side of feeling all this pressure, almost like spiritual perfectionism. Like you need to do everything right. You need to be in alignment with your purpose. You need to be high vibrational. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that. You don't need to be in a high vibration to manifest jack shit, okay? And that may be a little bit controversial, but I have manifested some beautiful things in my life in deep pain. I think your faith and your baseline is the most important thing. And I'm not saying that there's no truth to that stuff, to matching your vibration to the vibration of what you want to manifest, okay? But I do think it can become really counterproductive in the spiritual community when all that's being pushed is you need to be in a high vibration, you need to be in a high vibration, you need to match the frequency. Because what ends up happening is you build up these subconscious fears and blocks towards feeling anything other than happiness, joy, laughter. It's like all of a sudden when fear comes up, when doubt comes up, when worry comes up, when pain comes up, you're resenting it and you're resisting it and you're running away from it subconsciously. Okay? It feels like it's like wrong. You're like, clearly I'm doing something wrong if I feel this fear inside of me. Clearly I feel like you tend to get down on yourself if you're not feeling good emotions just because they're uncomfortable. And I think we need to kind of take happiness and high vibration off of such a huge pedestal. Yes, that's something I still think that we need to aim for constantly, but I don't think that we need to demonize fear in the process or, resent every other emotion if it's not high vibe. Do you get what I'm saying? But perhaps that's your clarity that's coming, is just being more understanding that you are a human and you're going to experience human things, and not feeling like if you're not constantly up here, then you're doing something wrong. Because what if that's where the resistance is meeting you, Maybe you're not giving yourself permission to feel the things that you might be feeling at this time. Maybe there's frustration. Maybe there's anger. Maybe there's pain. Maybe there's sadness. But it's like you keep hearing all these people encouraging you to be a high vibe, be on a certain frequency so that it aligns to what you're trying to attract. And then you feel shitty about not being there. When it's like, what if you are not supposed to be there right now? What if you're supposed to be embracing those heavier emotions? What if you're supposed to be taking the pressure off of yourself and letting yourself finally catch up on probably years worth of rest that your body is craving? I feel like I was saying before in the last part, the transformation that you have gone through has accumulated this amount of rest that your body desires, that your nervous system desires. That what if you're not giving yourself permission to experience that and embody that? And that amount, based off of everything that you've been through, is probably really big. And that's probably why you keep coming back into, man, I'm exhausted. Oh, I'm so tired. It doesn't matter how much sleep I get, I'm still tired. But there's this resistance to being tired, feeling like it's wrong that you're tired, feeling like you need to do more, to overproduce. What if you need to master rest right now in order to get to the next level? Because I do feel like when you sit down and think about your life in the future, you want to live an easy life. You want things to flow. You want it to be effortless. You want it to be easy. You want it to be slow. There's something about slow living, right? You can't just get there in this energy that you're in when you can't even carry the frequency of rest right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Ooh, that's powerful. as powerful. Anything else? Let's go to the next part.